Okay, this is an update of a new collage that I did, I think last week. I'm working on another one, but that is in the works. But this one was quite interesting. So the images I'm using from National Geographic, and I bought 12 of them late last year, and I got a 2006 edition of them, which was really interesting to look back over time and just see different images and things that were going on in the world at that time. So let's run through this. So you may be familiar, if you've looked at these other videos, that Coeleen Kiebert, who's in California here, did the personal collage map, which is the doorway to the unconscious. So what we have is that we have, if you can see, this booklet that explains briefly. The booklet itself is 11 pages and it goes a bit deeper, but this explains, it's a personal collage map. You can see the unconscious to the left and the conscious to the right. You have dreams, creative wellspring below. Then you have ideals, self, ego, fears, avoidance, darkness, repression, shadow. Then over here you have your mission, aspiration, social change, persona, self-image, action in life, expenditure of time, and persona. So these can vary, as I've seen. This is my fourth one, and I've seen them change as I've changed, but this is a mantis, and what I want to say that is on the dreams, imagination, possibilities, and it's the anima, animus projection. So if I go here, you can see there that the mantis is in that area, and then also possibilities, dreams, imaginations, that sort of goes in to that. In the center there I've got ideals and spiritual values, so that is Saturn, the picture of Saturn. And the thing with Saturn is the boundaries. So I'm at a place in my life where I'm learning my spiritual values around boundaries, which is really important. And the self-ego in the center today would be not that bit there, but the beauty of the difference of the rocky terrain and the beautiful flowers. So it's in between both, in between worlds, so to speak. And then fears and avoidance, darkness and repression, shadow. Here you've got the Great Reset, which I think some of us know about. And then you have a predator below, which is the avoidance, darkness, repression, and the shadow. Because if we look at what's going on in the world, we can see from all sides, all over the world, from, I'm in the UK, so we see what goes on. And there is a lot of avoidance, there is a lot of darkness, and there is a lot of repression, generally in the public domain. And then there is a lot of shadow as well, not only in ourselves, but in the collective. Then we have, I'll go back to this side, the creative wellspring, which is the sexual, sensual, and it can be animals, it can be exotic, creative drive, and shadow. So even in the creative wellspring, we have the shadow side, which needs to be expressed, which can be healthy, In between both of those, I've got a woman there, which is the, that sort of goes into ideals, maybe what society believes ideals. The dream, which often really, it's just a moment for many people, and then we develop and grow and mature and realize there's a lot more to life than just relationship or looking pretty as well. Then we have here the creative wellspring. That's energy, isn't it? Or DNA or something. It's like energetic going on there. And then the fears, avoidance, almost, this is what I would refer to as that you can't unring a bell. So expenditure of time and persona, which that links into that area, which I would say, being aware of that we can't unring a bell, and that in that case, to sort of get to a place where we are, taking action in life. We can't go backwards. Here, this beautiful bear, I see it as a female bear, but I could be wrong, but I'm relating to it. It's a mission, aspiration, social change, persona, self-image. So bears are very powerful. I've got two things I'm going to read on the mantis and also on the bear. But this, you can see this bear is getting its claws into something. So a fish, food, yeah? So I would say the mission, making conscious, bringing something to consciousness, getting our teeth into things, you know, making healthy social change. This image here, I wasn't quite, it's action in life, expenditure of time and persona. So in a way it is nature. To me, it's a way of, you know, there's snow, there's wood, but so to give you a view, that is what it's like. You can see. And then if we go up here, this is dreams also. So I had a very strange dream last night, which I will share with a friend later, that related to this. So I see there's a lot of fear in the animus projections. There's a lot of fear, and this is a woman, and you know, there's a little woman in the center, you can see there as well, with her hands on her hips, saying, hey, she's got something to say, and it looks to be causing a bit of distress. So we do have something to say, and we need to say what we have to say, in my opinion. So let's look at the spiritual meaning of a mantis, because I don't know, in my other collages I've not really used animals, and I seem to be, maybe the pictures that I consider them beautiful or quite interesting. So the mantis meaning, the spiritual meaning in many cultures and in spiritual traditions is seen as a symbol of patience and stillness. The praying mantis waits motionless for the right moment to strike. So that's dreams, imagination, possibilities, for the right moment to strike, teaching us the power of patience and mindfulness, intuition and awareness, and it's able to detect subtle movements, and it makes it a symbol of heightened awareness and deep spiritual insight, meditation and inner peace, calm and composed, representing the need to slow down and reflect and listen to inner wisdom. There's another one there too I have. Then also divine guidance. Some believe that seeing a mantis is a sign of the universe of spirit, guides, reminding us to trust our path, balance and focus, precise movements and hunting skills. The mantis symbolizes the importance of balance, focus and deliberate action. So remember, that's dreams and the creative wellspring, the unconscious. There. Then also in many traditions, deliberate action, by the way, in many traditions, encountering a praying mantis can be interpreted as a spiritual sign to be still, trust your intuition, and to move forward with clarity and purpose. Then we have the bear, which was my mission, aspiration, social change, and persona, self-image. So we have there, Carl Jung viewed animals as expressions of our collective unconscious, and the bear, with its immense power and natural presence, embodies the raw instinctual forces within us. It reminds us of the part of the nature that is untamed and rooted in primal drive. So we have that, and in astrology, that would be our Mars and also Pluto. Mars is the unconscious drive, you know, like the libido. In Jung's view, the libido is not just sexual, it's to do with our, you know, momentum. It's like our primal desires and making things happen. Then we have the shadow, which is of the bear, which refers to parts of ourselves that are hidden, repressed, not fully integrated. The bear's formidable and sometimes unpredictable nature can symbolize these shadow aspects. It challenges us to acknowledge and integrate our darker impulses as part of our journey towards individuation, the process of becoming whole, integrated self, which is interesting because here It's the mission, aspiration, social change, and personal self-image. So, you know, that's not pretty, is it? That bear is going for it with that, whatever it's caught to eat. But, you know, the shadow is there in all of us as well. So this is about becoming whole and integrated into the self, which is interesting. I've put that on my conscious side. Then the maternal and nurturing aspects of the bears, particularly female bears, are seen as symbols of protection, nurturing and strength. And the great mother archetype, the representation of both nurturing and care and the overwhelming power of nature. The bear can thus embody the ambivalence of the maternal figure, which is both life-giving and at times fiercely protective. So that's really nice. I've put that as my mission. And then cycles of hibernation and renewal. The bear's natural cycle of hibernation and reawakening can be seen as a metaphor for psychological regeneration. Just as the bear retreats into a period of dormancy to emerge stronger and renewed, individuals may need to withdraw. You know, sometimes we can do that for a couple of years. You know, I definitely, you know, after all those lockdowns and God knows what was going on there, we've all been through a bit of that as well, collectively. And then, so we come out renewed, stronger. Individuals may need to withdraw to reflect and confront inner depths in order to transform and integrate different parts of their personality. So I feel like I've done that, particularly coming up to my second Saturn return in astrology at the end of April. And then a bridge to the unconscious. So that bear also, the bear serves as a powerful symbol for the journey into the unconscious. So I've made it from the unconscious to conscious. Its presence in dreams or myth can be interpreted as an invitation to explore and reconcile the tension between our conscious identity and the vast mysterious forces that lie beneath the surface. And then it's also seen as a symbol of transformation, the integration of opposites, and the necessary confrontation with the unconscious to achieve inner wholeness. So that's quite something. So there you go, one more look. If I can do this, I'm going to move the booklet. And there you go. So that is that. One more scan.